Some context. English is not my primary language. I'm trying to explain it with my better capabilities. Okay? A little of context of this project. This is a HPA engine made for Airsoft and Gel Blaster and can be used with Nerf as well. We have two solenoids, a PETG tub made for water cooling that is 12 millimeters inner diameter and 16 millimeters outer diameter. Okay. In this case, we are using a hop-up of Airsoft hop-up here. The solenoid one shoots air from this tube in front of the nozzle. There occupies this space and push the nozzle backwards. You can see O-ring here and O-ring here and vent here. The air cannot be vented until the nozzle moves completely backwards. When the nozzle moves to the most back position, the air can be vented and the spring here can push the nozzle to the front. The solenoid one push the air, the nozzle moves backwards, the BB feed, the spring moves the nozzle for the front again. The vent hole is now closed by these two O-rings, and we have O-ring here to close the air when we pressurize here. Okay, but the problem lies here. We have a solenoid directly connected to the shooting tube. When you activate this solenoid, there rushes down the PETG tub and rushes down to the nozzle, shooting the BB, the gel bead, or the Nerf dart. But the problem is the solenoid don't have a bigger, large opening to take advantage of the full pressure that we are using, that is 100 psi. Okay, that's the problem. I tried to fix that with a QEV modded. This is a QE-1 QEV. It's a commercial available QEV. That one. And I modify it by feeding air directly in the plenum port and using this port only for vent. Okay, I made a hole in the diaphragm, a very small hole, a 0.3 millimeters hole, and put a spring here to force the diaphragm front. When you shoot, the solenoid here vents this port and the diaphragm goes back and you shoot air to the nozzle. But we have two problems. This movement of the diaphragm going back is too slow, and the movement of the diaphragm going front is too slow as well. This made semi-automatic shoot too sluggish. It's not great. Other problem we have, I need to make this space a plenum and the whole connection. We need to have some species of accumulator here. We need to have a plenum here because the hose I'm using is restrictive for the air. I cannot be as restrictive as the hose. The hose is 4 millimeters inside. I need all the air rushing as fast as possible from the QEV to the nozzle to the barrel, and that's my problem now. I designed this QEV thinking of that. This is a PETG tub, the same one I showed here, but cut down in sections. A section for the pilot of the diaphragm, I think, and this part will be the nozzle rest, that black part here. And people said this will don't work and will be so much friction, by the O-rings that it's not a good design. I'm trying to fix that, but I'm really lost. So I'm trying to understand everything, but everything is in English, and English is very hard for me to understand some concepts. I think I did my best explaining everything, but this system already works for DMR and snipers in Airsoft, but didn't work for Airsoft Assault and Gel Blasters. I need to fix that with a QEV, but I don't know how to do that.